Are you holding yourself back from getting visible in your business because you are deathly afraid of rejection? If so, you are not alone. This is something that I hear from new coaches all the time, and it is something that I want to talk about today so I can give you some tips for not allowing this to stop you from moving forward with your business. I'm Kristen Harchis. I am a transformational coach and business mentor, and I help new coaches who are getting started in their businesses. And so this is something I hear a lot. It just came up for a client of mine this week. She had 2 clarity calls last week that she felt went really great, and both of her clients ended up saying no. So she was understandably feeling a little devastated by this and wondering like, oh my gosh, can I do this? Can I really make this work? Are people going to pay this? Do I have what it takes? Can I handle this? And so I hear this a lot, and I've experienced this myself when I was getting started in my business. So I want to talk about some steps that you can take when this happens to allow you to continue to move forward and not allow this to stop you. So, first of all, I want to say that rejection is part of any type of business. Starting a business, being an entrepreneur, like you have to be willing to take rejection and know that that's something that's going to happen in order to move forward with your business. So all businesses, like we say, you're going to have failures along the way. You're going to have setbacks along the way. Truthfully, you have to be okay with this. That doesn't mean it's always fun, but you can take it as a learning experience, which is what it always is. And know like, okay, like this is part of what's going to happen, and I'm okay with that because whatever it is that I'm moving towards with my business is important enough for me to feel the discomfort of rejection. So I always say, like, really connect with your why. Why are you starting your business? Why is this important to you? What do you want? For me, my big whys are helping people, helping women like you start your businesses, and then having the freedom and the flexibility that comes along with having a coaching business. Those things are non-negotiable, super important to me. So I am going to go through the discomfort of knowing that I'm going to get some rejection along the way to make those things happen. So tap into that, know why it's important to you, and be like, okay, like I'm going to have some discomfort along the way and it's worth it. So definitely super important. And then, so I want to give you some steps, like when you're dealing with rejection, and maybe having people say no to working with you, how do you handle that? So, number 1, do not take it personally, and do not get overly attached to the outcomes of clarity calls or consultations, or potential clients. And this is super important. Really, really important. And this is why often I say, make sure when you start your business that you are financially stable so that you aren't like, oh my gosh, I need this client or I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. Like that is never a good place to be in and not a good place to start a business. So you always want it to be like, I'm doing this to help people. And whether someone says yes or no, like that's okay. Like I want to be able to help them, and maybe I feel like I can help them, but if they say no, like I'm not gonna freak out. So this is really important and makes a huge difference. You have to be unattached to what the outcome is. And that way, like you aren't so not giving kind of like that needy energy, like I need you to say yes. It's more like I've got this awesome service to offer. I know it could help you, and I would love to work with you, but if you say no, that's okay. If you say yes, awesome. So number one tip. Number 2, and this is related to number 1, but make it about helping the person and not about the money. And this is really in your mind. And once again, so not being in a place where you absolutely need the money, that it's more about like, how can I help this person? And this doesn't mean forever, like, yes, your business is about making money. Like, I want you to make money in your business. I want to make money in my business. Like, it's not a business if you aren't. but you don't want to be in a point of desperation. So be able to make it about helping the other person and not so much about, I need the sale because I need the money. Number 3, reflect on what you could have done differently. If you do a clarity call or you do get rejection in your business, maybe there's things you could have done differently. Maybe you could have handled something differently. And I think it's important to reflect on this so you can learn and do it differently next time. If there is something you could have done differently, like sometimes you're going to do everything right and perfect, and there's nothing you would have changed, and you're still going to get a no, and that's fine. Then be okay with that. It's because it wasn't the right fit. Maybe that person wasn't ready. Maybe they really don't have the money. Maybe they didn't see the value in it. Maybe they're scared. We do what we can as far as walking people through the resistance, and then we have to let go. So, so reflect on it and know what you could do differently. And if you're not sure, this is where working with a coach is really helpful, because you can get a second opinion as far as, hey, what could I have done differently in this situation? Because there is a lot of things that are very helpful to know as far as how to handle people's resistance, because almost everyone has resistance when it comes to making changes, which is why we're coaching people. So then the next one, reconnect to your why again. I talked about that, why that's so important. But after you've maybe gotten a rejection, go back to that and be like, okay, that's okay. I know why I'm doing this. It's important enough for me to deal with the rejection and to continue on anyways. And then really it goes into just trying again, putting it back out there. Practice makes perfect, and you're going to get no's along the way. There's a little saying that yes lives in the land of no. So you have to be willing to get no's in order to get yeses when it comes to getting clients. And just being okay with that, because it happens to everyone. So those are my tips for you for today as far as handling rejection. It's part of starting a business. It's something that we all deal with, but really just being okay with it and knowing that it's part of the process. This really changes how you can feel about it and allows you to move forward and not allow it to just the fear to stop you. So let me know if you have any questions about this. I would love to hear, about your experiences with rejection. Do you find that the fear around this is holding you back in your business? If so, comment below. Let me know. Let me help you out. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. So hope you have a great rest of the day, and I will be back soon. Bye.